Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. I do apologize quickly in advance for the lack of videos over the last couple of days. I've been meaning to be a lot more regular with my videos than I have been, but this weekend me and the family, we went away. We actually went up north, which was fantastic. I spent like the weekend there and having a look around and enjoying the countryside and enjoying the scenery, and it was just brilliant. Even bumped into a couple of nefarious characters while I was up there in the known as Hixie and Ken Chapman. So hi guys, in case you watch this, but it was a real good time. I really enjoyed it. And whilst I was there, I had to go and obviously pop into a boot sale because it was the weekend and I need my fix. So I wasn't looking mega seriously. I wasn't out there, like I usually am, like, because obviously I was away and I wanted to chill out and relax. And I had a long night the night before anyway. And then on the Sunday morning, I was up at 6 actually, so I got there nice and early. And it was brilliant. It was nice and chilled out. I just walked around and I managed to pick up not masses, but I picked up a few cool items. And I'd like to share them with you. And the cool thing about what I've picked up is it's stuff I'm into right now. So it shows that wherever you go, whichever part of the country you're in, um, there is an abundance of stuff out there, and it's just a matter of adapting and keeping your eye out for certain things, and it's almost like you can attract the stuff that you look for out there. Like at the moment, I'm really enjoying selling action figures and buying them, and the flat cap, the baseball caps, and things like that, and it's kind of what I found more of as well. So I'm going to show you a few of my pickups, and we'll go from there. So first off, I picked these up. I did pay up a little bit on these, but I think they're quite interesting. I paid like £1 a cap. Normally, you normally pay about 50 pence, and I didn't really want to. Wasn't really in the mood to haggle, to be honest with you, because I didn't know the boot fare, etc. But that's a really cool one. It says first annual World Poker Challenge, Reno Hilton. So that quite an interesting cap. I find that specific caps tend to do well, surprisingly well. So that's a decent one. Second cap I got was equally interesting for me, and it says Kloof Country Club. So anyone that's ever been to the Kloof Country Club or has any interest in it will probably be after that. And I saw that it's made in the USA by Texas, and it's got a nice little leather strap on the back. So it's a quality cap, and the Kloof Country Club is probably something that someone will have visited and will maybe want a memory of. And when they do want the memory, I'll have the baseball cap to sell them. So that's that one. Finally, I'm not sure how much value will be in this, but it's really cool. It's a 1988 SeaWorld cap. So it's like a mesh cap, but a bit cheap. It's like all foamy inside, but still it was interesting enough for me to want to take a punt on. So I paid £1 each for those, and I'm pretty happy that I did. Also, I saw Ben Fitzpatrick show a complete set of this in his video, but I only managed to get these cups. I paid 50 pence for these Speed Stacks cups. I don't even know how much they're worth. I haven't checked. It's just something I saw, and I was like, 50p. Okay, I'll give it a go. Why not? So I got those. Something that's a bit more regular. A PS1 console. I'm pretty sure it's in good working order. The doors clicks in nicely. It came complete with a controller, the power supply, the RF cable, and I think it came with a memory card as well. So considering the memory card sell for a fiver, me paying a fiver for this was a good buy. So I think you can get about 25 pounds for those. So £5 pick up. Very pleased with that as well. So you can see, even though there's more to come. I'm going to show you more. There's a lot more to show you actually, guys. But it was just casual looking around, and I found some cool stuff. So I'm really pleased. Here's another item. It's a board game. I don't tend to pick up that many board games because I don't enjoy sorting through them. So unless they're really worth something. However, this is brand new and sealed. You can see it's got the seal intact everywhere. And I got this for £4. So really pleased with that. So it's Monopoly Blackpool and the Field Coast edition. So £4 for that is fantastic, considering on FBA there's only two sellers. One's asking like 50, one's asking like 75, and I think I saw a used one sell for about 40 with the best offer on eBay. So considering I've got a brand new one for £4, I'm sure I will do well on that. Now, like I mentioned, I did bump into and meet Hixie and Ken Chapman. It was great. They came down to see me, and we've met at this boot fair. It was brilliant. I think some of their antique fever may have rubbed off on me, but I didn't do as well as I thought I would have done with this item. And I went for it. The guy originally was asking £20, and I was unsure, so he was like, "I'll do it 15." He was probably going to be happy with 15 anyway. That's why he offered me it for 15. And what this is a beautiful case. I mean, really solid wooden case, and it's got a pigeon clock, like a pigeon timer clock thing inside of it. So there you go. I mean, the case itself is so gorgeous. Like I said, I paid £15 for this. The clock itself doesn't have the marking card that it normally has on the inside. There you go. That's the clock there. Pretty cool. But I mean, the wooden box itself is just gorgeous. But I paid £15, and I'm hoping, and it is just hope, that I'll get like £30 to £40 for it. If I can get more, that would be great. I mean, I would have hoped it would be worth more just because of the box, because the box is so freaking, well, it's brilliant, really. It's really nice, really good quality. But it just shows that not everything that looks cool is cool. But I won't lose money on it anyway at £15, so that's that. Next, I went on a bit of a buying spree of action figures, and first off, there was a lady at a stall who had a bunch of Lord of the Rings figures, and I got the whole lot off of her for a tenner, so I thought that was pretty good. It's got, in the bundle, I've got this Sauron. His voice doesn't seem to be making any sense, but his eyes flicker. You can see he's a pretty cool looking figure. He's got his fork for his fish fingers there, so that's really cool. I got him. There's a Treebeard figure here as well. He takes batteries, maybe, I'm not sure, but I can't find a way of making him do or say anything yet, but he's a cool looking figure anyway, as you can just see there. So I got him as well. An Urukai Berserker dwarf orc. So I got him, and like he's got like a little thing on the back where he does that. I've also got this guy. That's the king from the Two Towers. I don't know his name, but I know he's the king from Two Towers. Then we've got Aragon himself here. Aragon. And what does Aragon do? He does the little arm thing as well. Is that a wraith? I think it is. It's like one of those guys that flies around those squealy things in the movie. He's like one of the wraith lord guy things. We have got Legolas. Oh, there you go. Focus. There you go. Legolas, and he doesn't seem to have the little thing on his back, so I'm not sure whether he's a different range. Probably is. And it looks like his this is a bit weird. There you go. That's the way he should be. Is the wrong way round. I'm not sure if he's made by the same company. It is Marvel. It's Marvel Entertainment 2002, made in China. Yeah, I'm not sure who manufactures these. I'll have to do a bit of research into those, but got him as well. Got Saruman, the evil magician. His hair falls off for some reason. It does come back on nicely, and he's very dirty. You can see he's very dirty. He needs a good scrubbing. But yeah, got him as well. So this is all, I think that's it, yeah. So all of those figures, so how many figures were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8, 9 figures there, Lord of the Rings figures for a tenner. I don't know how much they go for value-wise, but I think with some good photos, there's got to be some profit in that. Also, on another stall, I came across this guy that had this amazing box of figures, and I kind of... I didn't want to spend so much money with him. He had a box of figures and he had these alien NECA figures in there as well. And he had a bunch of other figures. I ended up going for his Halo figures because I spent 15 quid with him. I didn't want to just spend too much money because we were just away and it just didn't feel right. He wasn't willing to make any big deals for buying in bulk, and that always rubs me up the wrong way a little bit. But this guy did me a decent price, but he individually priced everything, added it all up, and that was what I paid. So it wasn't a bulk offer, which is a bit of a shame. I would have much preferred a bulk offer, like all of these, and then add up the price and then give me some money off. But he just gave me the added up price of all the individual pieces as he saw fit. But it was still a good price, so I didn't complain, if you know what I mean. But I didn't want to buy more of him because he wasn't willing to. In hindsight, I probably did myself out of a few quid, but yeah, I'm not that bothered. Okay, here we go. Paid £15 for all the rest of the figures I'm going to show you. So it was tenner for the Lord of the Rings stuff, 15 for this stuff. So this stuff costs more. Now within that £15, I got this guy who is proper gruesome looking. This guy is actually the Executioner. I think his name's Magini or something, or from Resident Evil 5. So he's a video game. I think he's a NECA or a McFarlane Toys. Probably McFarlane Toys. He is NECA, 2009 NECA. So he's a NECA figure, and he has got this huge axe with it weighs a ton actually. But this guy actually stands up fine with this axe. He's obviously designed to, and you can see he's got all these kind of metal rods poking out of his head. So he's obviously some kind of a zombie. I don't know I didn't play the game, but yeah, he's got like a torn back. I've never really been a big fan of the Resident Evil games, but yeah, he's a cool looking figure anyway, so you can see him there. Well, I'd like it if it focused. Damn you, focus. Okay, anyway, he's a cool figure. There you go, right next to my face. He's a cool figure. Paid, so like I said, £15 I paid for all the figures I'm about to show you, and this is one of them. I reckon I should probably get around that for this guy alone. I have seen some people undersell, but with I think with good pictures, etc., I think £15 is more than reasonable for such a nicely detailed figure. And there's plenty of Resident Evil fans out there, so you can see he's all blood spattered and gruesome. He's a gruesome looking fella. Anyway, so that was one of the figures I got for the £15 bundle. Next up, this guy here. He is like an arbiter, like an armored arbiter, and he's from one of the Halo games. I don't know which Halo game, and it's really difficult to see any markings on these figures, which is quite frustrating. I cannot see anywhere on here a maker's mark, which is going to make identifying the particular series, etc., a bit more difficult. So if anyone out there knows what I'm missing here, because I've been looking at this thing all over, and I just cannot for the life of me see where they have written, do you know what? It is on his foot. It's just damn difficult to see. So I'm going to have to take a photo of that and zoom in. So it does actually have that information, like the brand and probably the year of manufacture, and I'll be able to figure out who he is from that. But I'll need to take some good photos of his feet because that's where it is. But it's not really well. It's not easy to see. But anyway, so that's like an arbiter figure there. Cool, really nice figure. I mean, figures like this, you can really tell their quality. The plastic is such good quality. It's got some weight to it. Very articulated, detailed as well. Next item, and by the way, he's probably got his gun or something, because I've got a pile of accessories that the guy picked out for me as well, which I was very grateful for. His hat keeps on falling off. Right, let's put him to the side as well. Next up, I've got another one of these guys, another arbiter with his armor, and this guy's got like a cool looking weapon there. So that's another one. Then I got a bunch of these Master Chief style figures. So these like action men, very detailed, very articulated. I used to love playing Halo 3. I remember Master Chief, but this is probably from after that because I don't really recognize all this extra stuff. He's got these big bits that come off. There's lots of bits that attach and detach from these figures. So for example, this guy here. Oh, I'll bring it to my face and I'll focus. Yeah. For example, this guy here has this backpack which just sticks onto him like that. Pretty cool, huh? So, and I've got weapons and everything. I've got a really big sniper rifle there, and I've got other guns as well. But I got him, um, and then I'll show you the others as well because I'm not gonna. Four more of them here, all varying types that I'm gonna do a bit of research on and put together. But they're really good quality figures. So I've got all of those. And there's a grunt figure in here as well from one of the Halo games. I'm not sure which one, but there you go. So all of those, and like I said, a bunch of weaponry, etc., for 15 quid. So in total, I spent £25 on action figures, but I'm certain there's plenty of a profit in that because you can knock out even second-hand figures for between £10 to £15 depending on what you have. All it takes is like one decent figure and one decent sale, and you'll be in profit, and then you can just move on. Now, one final thing I've got left to show you guys, but it's a really good pickup. I'm sure I've heard this mentioned before. I'm not sure, but I think it may have been a guy called the Yorkshire Reseller that's mentioned it that in the past. But definitely a great pickup, and it is a instant camera. Not an instant camera, God. It's a compact camera, film camera. An instant camera. An instant camera is like Polaroids. This is a compact camera, 35mm film camera, and it's called the Olympus Mu 2. So you want to look out for this. So you want the Olympus brand, and then it should say Mu with a 2 after it. So it's got 2 written there. So it's got Mu 2. Mewtwo. That's what you want. So like the Pokemon Mewtwo. It comes in this clamshell design. Now the thing you need to check when you see one of these before you get too excited is on the lens. It should have its aperture number on it, and it should say 2.8, which is what this one is. So it's a 35mm lens, and it's got a 2.8 large aperture lens, and it's an all-weather camera. So as long as you get the 2.8 aperture lens, this is a very good value camera. It takes a 123A battery, a CR123A battery. It did have a battery in it, but it just said the battery was dead, so I was unable to fully test it. So I've ordered a battery, so I'll be able to at least switch it on with a fresh battery. And when you open it up with a fresh battery, the zoom should just pop in and out quickly, which will just give me an idea of it working, and I'll be able to just take a photo and the flash should go off. And if it does, it's in really good condition. It's actually assembled in Hong Kong, but the parts were made in Japan. It's a plastic camera. Looking at it, you wouldn't think much of it, but it's a bit of a cult camera amongst film photography enthusiasts because it has a really good automatic mode. The lens is very good on it, and people are able to get good shots automatically, which was obviously quite important back in the day of film where you couldn't just review your photo instantly. But anyway, enough of the babble about it. I paid £3.50 for this, and these can sell for between 80 to all the way up to 130 quid. Some people have achieved £129 on Buy It Now, so that is a really good buy. So all in all, considering I was just up there for the weekend to look around, have a look at the area, I just popped in casually to this boot fair and I picked up a bunch of cool stuff. Wow, this video has gone on for nearly 19 minutes. So if you're still with me, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've got any comments and questions, leave them in the comment section below. And obviously, you'll be able to catch me on my next video. And I would also just like to say I'll be regularly, hopefully, I'm not 100%, but hopefully I'll be regularly on Nick Hill's channel we do these chats on a Thursday evening. So if you want to catch me there as well, that will be great as well. And I'm guessing most of you will be, because I'm pretty sure all my subscribers would also be Nick Hill subscribers as well, who isn't. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.